It is Sunday evening. It's 11:40 p.m. This is the first live stream that I ever done in my whole YouTube career. So I'm a little bit anxious. There's no editing that I can make. Everything here is live and you can review it later. So you might hear some humming noise right now. I just got done filming a portion of my security leadership course. Should be done in about a year. This is a lengthy course, but by the end of the day, you're going to feel very confident in running your own private security company. So anyhow, the purpose of today's video is we're going to discuss some solutions to staying awake. So right now, 11:40, I'm about to go to sleep and I'm feeling a bit tired. And I know that there's several of you that are trying to stay awake. You're working graveyards right now. And if you're working graveyards right now, give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below or the live chat that you're working right now. You're working private security or private investigations. And hopefully you're keeping everything safe. Now, if you're like me, if you're like most people, you might get sleepy by the end of your shift or maybe the start of your shift. What are some things that you can do? Well, number one, you have to get a good night's rest, and it's really hard to do in the daytime. If you have any tips for any of our viewers while you're watching this, please in the live chat or the comments, please give us the best tips that you can. We'll keep this as a video where everybody puts input. So the first thing that I do is I make sure that there's no light in my bedroom. So what you can do if you want to save money, if you don't have money for blackout blinds, you can put cardboard. You can put aluminum foil. Whatever your housing arrangement allows you to do, use that. But that's what I've done in the past. I use aluminum foil, cardboard, and that tends to block out the sun. Make sure that you're sleeping under ideal temperature conditions. If you're normally relaxed at 78 degrees, put it 78 or 77. But make sure that you're comfortable when you're going to sleep. And if you're like me, if you wake up at several times throughout the day, this is what I use. I use melatonin. Okay, I don't know if on your end if it's melatonin backwards, because from my part of the screen it looks like it's backwards. But anyhow, I use melatonin. Now, I don't want to recommend something to you and you end up dying or getting sick and then I get sued. So my disclaimer is, if you take this, you're gonna die anyways, or you're gonna be severely injured and end up in the emergency room. That's gonna be my disclaimer anyways. And I'm laughing, I'm joking, but I want you guys to be healthy. Make sure that whatever supplement you take, you discuss it with a licensed doctor. So I take melatonin, take whatever's recommended on here, actually a little bit more than what's recommended, and I fall asleep the whole night or the whole daytime. It helps me for 6 hours, but you want to get as much sleep as possible. Try to get the full 8 hours. Those of you that exercise, try to take a walk, lift weights, do what you can. What you don't want to try to do is you don't want to sleep during your shift. If you sleep during your shift, you're going to have problems. Well, not only might you have legal problems or problems at work, you might have problems staying asleep when you're actually at home. Let me think what else. Any of you guys could think of any other solutions on how to better sleep during the day? That'd definitely be helpful right now. Okay, so let's talk about work. So what I do when I'm at work, I'll drink a lot of water. You drink a lot of water, you tend to go to the bathroom every 30 minutes or 40 minutes, but that keeps you awake. I also like to get out of my car and walk around. If it's a building that I'm working at, I'll get out and I'll walk around, and that helps me stay awake. I do drink caffeine. Try not to drink too much. If you find yourself having to drink 4 cups or 5 cups of coffee or caffeine just to stay awake, try for at least a week or two. Try to cut down to the point where you're not as dependent. And when you do that, a little sip of coffee or a couple sips of coffee tend to wake up most people after you're not too dependent on it anymore. So that's another thing. You guys, energy drinks, I mean, they're just extremely bad for your health. Um, I used to do that, take the Monsters, the Bang drink. I mean, it helps me stay awake, but I think in the healthier way is just to drink coffee. And if you really want to stay awake, drink it the manly way, right? Drink coffee. And what's the manly way or the strong way? Just drink it black, right? Don't put no creamer in there. Don't put no sugar. Just drink it black, and that'll keep you awake. I mean, it keeps me awake. It's disgusting, but the taste does help me stay awake. Okay, so when you're at your work site, again, I can't emphasize enough. If you fall asleep at work, there's a good chance that you could end up terminated. You can certainly lose your job. So try not to fall asleep at work. But if there's no other way, and you're inside of a building, what I tend to do, or what I suggest is you maybe lean yourself against a door, or better yet, put a chair against a door so that if that door opens, then you wake up right away. That's something else to consider. If you're parked in a patrol car, if you have a partner, and this is rare for security, but if you find one, you can go back to back. One parks this way, the other parks the other way. Say, hey, partner, you might watch my back for 15 minutes, and you guys just watch each other's backs while one just takes a rest. You can try that as well. Sometimes you might want to consider just talking to supervisor, whoever's in charge. Just give them a call and just say, hey, I'm having problems staying awake. Is there any way that I can be relieved for like 15 minutes or 20 minutes? And there might be some supervisors that are willing to entertain that idea, or some that may not want to. Now, as a supervisor, I want my team members to be alert. So in that same position, I would go over there and say, hey, go ahead and take a 15 or 20-minute nap, and I got you. Because the thing is, I don't want you to crash. So because I don't want you to crash, I'll look out for you for that time being that you need. If you're at a job site, remember, depending on where the site's located, what state, you may be entitled to an hour lunch. Your 10-minute breaks, your 30-minute breaks, 40-minute breaks, whatever break it is, consider maybe making that your nap time if there's no other way of staying awake. Now, I can't overemphasize this. You need to stay awake, but there's that one day in maybe once a month or once every 3 months that you might need to that you might need to fall asleep like real fast. Now, obviously, if you work in a bad area, you don't want to fall asleep. Try your best to stay awake. Walk around if you have to, because it's dangerous. I mean, somebody sees an armed private security officer, or even unarmed, in your car, you're completely vulnerable. You're in a state of white, meaning that if you're a state of white, you have no idea of your surroundings. You don't know what can happen to you. You're asleep. Okay, so try not to be in that condition at all. It's not good. Not a good thing. Okay. Let me think. What else can we do to stay awake? I'm actually falling asleep making this video as we speak. So we talked about getting enough sleep in the daytime. I take melatonin, exercise if you're the exercise person, and talk to a supervisor during your shift. Hawkeye is awake. Maybe Hawkeye is working security now. Drink lots of caffeine. I agree, Hawkeye, but the problem with drinking too much caffeine, you grow very dependent on it, and then there's going to be a time when you need those 10 cups of coffee every night just to stay normal, like me. And now when I don't have my fix of caffeine, I start getting a headache. So try to wean off every once in a while so that you're not as tolerant to caffeine. Okay, we mentioned drink water. That helps people stay awake. Talk to other people. Talk to other guards out there. Oh, Citizen Edge. Hey, Looks like Citizen Edge is maybe awake, maybe he's working. It says get up and walk around. Yeah, get up and walk around. If it's cold outside, that's going to help you stay awake. Take your jacket off. Okay, you wear a duty jacket, take that off. Take off your beanie, your hat. Hey, whatever you can to stay awake. Okay, Citizen Edge says, hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. I'm just uploading some videos right now, and I'm waiting for that time, and decided that right now is a good time to write a video or create a video about how to stay awake during your shift. I can't say this enough. Most employers, or a lot of employers, they'll terminate you if you fall asleep. Thanks for the comment on the polo shirt. I work with some employers where I got caught falling asleep. I worked this boring post, and this is the late 90s. I was just out, and all of a sudden, somebody started honking their horn at me, and it was a supervisor, and I thought, oh man, I'm fired for sure. He got his patrol car and says, hey man, what you need? You need some coffee? Hey, don't worry about it. And he's really cool about it. I mean, he understood, because he probably falls asleep too in his patrol car and on duty. If you are going to crash out, make sure it's in an area where you're not going to be seen in the morning by the clients. That's the excellent way how to lose a contract, lose your job. You want to be in an area where there's not a lot of public access to it. There's some used security patrol cars that might have a radar system in there. With radar systems, the closer a car comes, the louder the beep is. So you might want to tune that all the way to the highest volume possible, so that when a car comes towards you, the radar will alert. Another way is, it says, Citizen Edge, I used to always go at least 3 blocks away from the site. Hey, that's a good idea. Get away from the site. Don't be caught with your eyes closed actually at the work site. Ken says, D-text used to keep me awake, or in the back corner. Okay, what the D-text is, it's electronic clock, and it's located at different parts of the work site. Some have 15, some have 20. I worked projects where there's only like 10, and that keeps you awake. You have to swipe every 10 minutes and 20 minutes, and if you don't swipe, then you have to explain to your supervisor why you missed the swipe. But yes, that also keeps me awake. If you keep a log, so if you have to do some type of shift log, activity log, that tends to keep people awake. Stand up when you're writing it. Don't sit down in front of a computer. You'll probably fall asleep. Now, if you're able to write it down on a paper, then stand up, walk around. Even on a computer, if it's a laptop, stand up. Or if it's one of the computers that are already stationary, just stand up and type away your they call it DAR. Some people call it a daily activity report. Okay, well, I can't remember right now exactly what other tips we had, but you guys that are on the live stream, you guys made some excellent comments, and if you go back in time and you want to watch what the suggestions were to help stay awake, then go back to the live chat replay and you'll get some good feedback. Okay, otherwise, I'm going to sleep right now. Those of you that are working the graveyard shift, definitely be awake, be aware. Citizen Edge says, this is TMI, but whenever I'm exhausted, and the comment just disappeared. Hawkeye says, good night, Little Rock. All right, hold on. Let's see what Citizen Edge said right now. All right, everything just... Oh, live chat. Okay. I don't know. Citizen Edge said something interesting. He said, this is TMI, but whenever I become overwhelmed with exhaustion, I knew I either needed some food or more than likely I needed to... And he had a poop symbol. Yes, that's a possibility as well. You have to go to the bathroom, take a dump, take a leak, whatever it is to keep you awake, right? Okay, you guys. So I'm going to sleep. You guys all take care and be safe out there. I'm out.